Good morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots. It is so weird being on this new schedule of Ryan's. I'm feeling strange. My body has not adjusted. He's had to go in super early the last 2 days for his driver training. And it's put me feeling weird because I've been going to sleep earlier and getting up earlier, but I've been getting up way earlier, so I've been a little bit lacking of sleep. So coming out in the morning without Khaleesi seems weird because he got up so early. It was too early to wake up Khaleesi and bring her in. So she's probably anxious to see me now. Hello. Hello. Are you anxious to get out? Are you ready? Oh, precious girl. You ready to get out of your stall? Go outside and play? Hi, sweet girl. Hi. You see, Ryan had to put this up here, her first night being in here, because we were scared that she was too nervous that she was going to jump out. Yeah. She's a sweet girl. The very first night we had Khaleesi home, we put her in a extra strong, sturdy, metal dog kennel. Extra large one. Plenty of room for her to stand up and turn around and stuff. But she did not like that. And I did not think that was possible for a dog to pry open the side like that, but she did. So she got her very own stall, which is something I'm gonna have to figure out now, because she being in that stall means I don't have a birthing stall. So we might have to combine some of these other stalls, and I don't have a quarantine stall either, so I'm gonna have to combine some stalls. If we get that other goat, we're gonna need a stall for her to go in, so we're gonna have to figure something out here. But we've got plenty of room in these stalls, they're really big. So we could put more goats in one stall, they're all spread out. Say hi, Shady. Say hi. Yes, she's still on the milk stand, still getting grain. She's only giving me about a cup of milk. And what's so funny is this is her week that we begin her drying off. And she's drying off on her own. So her body knew that it was time to switch over from making milk to building real mass on her baby. So the first 3 months doesn't take a lot of her calories to build the baby, but the last 2 months that baby needs all the calories it can get. So we will be drying her off, and that means we won't have any more milk. I'm really sad about that, but good news. I've been in contact with a really, really great goat herdswoman. How do you call it? What is the name for us goat ladies? I'm the goat lady, so what do I call other goat ladies? So I've been in contact with another goat lady, and we are discussing, pretty much decided. Well, I've decided. Yes, it's sure. It's positive. I guess it's true. It's just hard to believe it's already happening. But we have a doe that's gonna come and give us milk. She is in milk. She is a foundation doe for this herd. So she's already got several of her daughters that she's going to be using for future lines. So she is giving us a really, 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 really beautiful goat. And I'm super excited about this. Yes, Shady, you're being replaced. Just kidding. We could never replace you. No, we couldn't. But we will have milk again. Hopefully this weekend we're gonna go get her. So that's another reason why I need to figure out my stall situation. She needs to have her own stall and a buddy. A buddy. She needs to have a buddy. Yeah. So it's always good to quarantine, although I know that this herd is a clean, tested, closed herd. So it's always really important that when you're bringing home new goats, that you quarantine them. Now, I have a little differing opinion about how strenuous the quarantine should be. If the animal's coming from an auction or an unknown location, I would quarantine for 30 days where they would never touch my animals. When they're coming from a trusted source with all the evidence and paperwork to back it up that this animal's clean, tested from a closed herd and hasn't been exposed to any outside animals from the time that the testing was done, I feel a lot more comfortable about it. So I'm not nearly as strict in those situations, which is typically the situations I'm bringing my new goats in from. So definitely be more cautious if you don't know the person or you don't have records indicating that testing has been done, to make sure that they don't have any diseases. You still run the risk that there's going to be some parasites that could infect your herd from the new animal that weren't already located on your farm. I happen to know the owner of these goats, and she has done a very good job of keeping them parasite free. So my main concern about a short-term quarantine for this time is going to be behavior. So you see how fancy girl acts when she gets in her moods, where she butts heads with everybody. We don't want that on a new girl. We don't want to stress her out at her new home. So typically what I do is I choose one of my most docile does, or a wether if you have a wether. Eugene's not, he's too big, but choose somebody that's docile to put in with them and let them bond. And this is what we did with Sister A. We let them bond. We let her bond with Kitty, and then we let her bond with the Alpines in the Alpine stall. And then once we knew that they were comfortable together, we put her out with the rest of the herd. And it really helps the social environment of the herd atmosphere. There's still going to be some headbutting. There could still be some challenges, but you're not going to have a situation where one goat's getting picked on. And you still have to monitor it closely and make sure that that does not happen. Sorry, all the shaking here. I'm trying to get my fencing stand up so that I can bring the goats out. So it is important that you monitor the situation closely. You like that, huh? You found green stuff growing underneath all that tall brown stuff, huh? They're so cute. Bo is so gross. He is not cute. I won't take too much video of that because I don't want to make you guys sick. Take a picture of the cute baby, Fluffernutter. So, this new girl, I think, will do well with Sister Ray. Not just because Sister Ray is one of our more submissive does, but because they kind of match. Yeah, that's right. The new one is spotted too. She's not black and silver like Sister Ray. She's brown and silver, so she looks different, but she's got spots. Ooh, the water went down already quite a bit. See, the pond is overflowed. It has been quite the watery season. It's not even spring yet and we have spring floods. Sure is pretty out here. I love the sound of all the birds. At night, all the frogs. Can't help but love those cool turtles out there on the lawn too. I was not able to film it the other day, but look at all I got done. I cleaned up this edge some and put down one layer of bags. I put down some hay on top of this asparagus bed. Got more bags for the path to help block out weeds. Cut down all of the asparagus stems for the most part. Got some more bags put out in the pathway, and everything is moving along pretty nicely. So I've got to get a weed eater in there, take down those tall things so that I can start preparing those beds with some of that mulch and get them ready for planting. But there's still a lot of weeds in here. What are we gonna do about all these weeds? Well, for any of y'all that have noticed, these chicken tractors have started to move this way. They're coming closer and closer. And so, there's the garden over there. There's the chicken tractors. They're coming this way. What do you think we're gonna do with that? Well, for those of you that have been with us for a while, you already know the answer to that. We are going to use those chicken tractors as weed control and tilling in our garden. And it works really, really well. So when they go in the garden, they're gonna eat all of the weeds. They're gonna eat all the weed seeds. They're gonna scratch, and they're gonna poop. So they're fertilizing our garden while they weed. They're great workers. So it works out really well for us to have our chickens in a chicken tractor because we can put them to work much easier this way. Right, Khaleesi? Right, Khaleesi? Oh, you don't like that camera. She was just lifting her tail up in the air and wagging and playing with me 2 minutes ago, I swear. I'm trying to convince Ryan that she needs a puppy. Now, it's not that I need to convince him of that. He's said he thinks having another dog with her would be very helpful. Livestock guardian dogs are known for doing better in pairs, particularly a male-female pair. So my theory is rather than getting one that's half grown and might have issues like you know who, we're better off getting a puppy that we know doesn't have issues yet. Hasn't been raised differently than what we would. So if we raise the puppy with our methods, we're bound to turn out with a better dog. Not that Khaleesi's a bad dog, she's just so scared. And I think it would really help her. It would help her come out of her shell. She wants to act like a puppy. I can see it when I watch her playing when she doesn't know I'm looking. So I think if we had a puppy that bonded to us and a puppy that bonded to her, that she would be able to bridge that gap. So help me out on that. If you want to leave a comment that I can share with Ryan, if you think it's a good idea. If you think that it's a bad idea, please let me know too. You know, I'm just trying to do what seems like it would work best. And it just seems like that would be the most beneficial to her. Plus the boys have never had a puppy, and I think that would be beneficial to them. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.